So can we start off with, can you tell us a little bit about who are you? Where did you come from? What is your story?
So my name is Yi-Ning. I'm a pianist and a composer from Taiwan, and I'm currently based in Rochester, New York. I'm a DMA student from Eastman School of Music.
Have you ever written for harp or bassoon before?
Yes and yes. I wrote a piece for harp and clarinet, I think 3 years ago. And I wrote a piece for bassoon solo.
Can you tell us a little bit about your piece that you've written for us?
Yeah, sure. So it's a piece for harp and bassoon. And my piece is inspired by a poem, Mad Girl's Love Song. It is written by a female poet, Sylvia Plath. Yeah, and the poem is about a girl thinking that she had a romantic relationship with a imaginary lover. And when she grew old, this imaginary lover never returned to her. So she started to question if this is a real person or not. So in the poem, the girl keeps bringing back the same sentences over and over again. I think I made you up inside of my head, so we can tell that she has trouble knowing what is real and what is not. Yeah. And the reason why I love this poem is because that there are a lot of extreme contrasts. For example, I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I lift my lids and all is born again. So within only 2 sentences, we can see this opposite ideas being presented. And I think this also reflects the state of mind of the girl from the poem. So yeah, I try to incorporate that idea into my music. Basically, I alternate 2 different tempos regularly to express the quick switch between extreme emotions, between the real and the unreal. As for what is real and what is not real, I don't know. I think the girl in the poem doesn't know. So I guess that you don't need to know either.
You are based in Rochester. What is your favorite thing to do in Rochester, or favorite place to go?
Oh my god. I guess there are a couple of good restaurants here, but they're not in walking distance. They're like really far away from Eastman School. So yeah, and I don't have a car, so I need to like rely on a friend who has a car.
Do you have a cat?
No, I don't. Yeah, I never had a pet since I was a child because my mom doesn't like pets. But I love animals.
You have access to a cat that you get to pet regularly though, right?
Yes. To play with.
So an important thing in mine and Blair's duo is that we are obsessed with all things fashion and all things hats and heel related. So if you had the choice between wearing a really cool hat or a really cool pair of shoes, which would you choose?
Interesting questions. So I don't really wear heels, but hats are like more harmless to my skin and muscle, but I don't really wear hats. So it's a very hard question. So I guess I will answer that. I like wearing heels for 5 seconds.
You play the piano. Have you ever played any other instruments?
When I was a kid, I played a Chinese traditional instrument. It's called yangqin for 4 years. It's actually a little bit like harp, like you know, my piano teacher likes to call harp a nude piano. Yeah, and yangqin is basically like that, but yangqin requires you to have like 2 sticks to play. Okay. So it's more like a percussive instrument, but it's also a string instrument. So it's weird. Yeah.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla. I go with basics. That is such a horrible answer. Yeah, I like basics. Same thing with tea. Like I don't like blends. Like I think people just put too many thoughts into blending things. Just go with the basics. It can never go wrong.
This is a little bit of getting to know Yi-Ning. Thank you so much for chatting with me this morning, and I can't wait to see you in person in a few weeks.